What's going on, y'all? Joshua here, back with another video, and today I just have a short little brief about the Canon EOS R50 after 7 months of using it. Now, I've been taking a decent amount of pictures and videos recently, and I feel like I made the right choice, especially since this is my first camera. I'm definitely looking to get a new lens soon because I'm still rocking the kit lens that came with the camera, and then it just doesn't give off that sharpness that I'm looking for. So hopefully by like beginning or end of summer, I can get the new lens that I'm looking for. But yeah, in this video, I'll be talking about the dimensions, the camera features, the quality, and my personal manual settings that I use for the Canon EOS R50. So I just took off the neck strap that I use for the camera. But the camera itself is actually pretty light, weighs less than a pound. And I feel like that's one of the main aspects that separates this camera from other advanced Canon models. I'm able to travel anywhere with it and it doesn't have to stand out that much. So now I want to mention like the sensor size. I'm gonna remove the lens for now. The sensor size is an APS-C, which is 23 by 15 millimeters, which is pretty small compared to like other models like the R5, which is a full frame. So this is pretty small compared to that. Now, even though it's not a full frame camera, I can still get a full frame lens like the Sigma 18 to 35 or the RF 100 to 400 millimeter lens. That's what I'm planning to work with, and I think that comes in at around 600 something. But yeah, the two lenses that I just mentioned are what I'm considering on getting. I just have to do a little more research on my behalf to see which one's better and what will suit this camera the best. Now, moving on to the actual camera features of the camera, you're actually able to rotate the camera so that it faces you. So like say I'm trying to like do like a little selfie thing, you could do that. And then you can also rotate it this way. So like, of course, you're able to see through here like when you're shooting, but I can also see a bigger screen as well. So that's pretty cool. And the screen is also touchscreen, so you can just like start recording whenever you want straight from the actual touchscreen. You don't have to press the button that's up here. I prefer to use the buttons on the camera just because I don't like interfering with the touchscreen too much. That's just me personally. But yeah, there's also a built-in flash. So when I'm taking pictures, the flash is right here, which is pretty cool. I don't have to add an extended flash. And yeah, there's also a microphone port right here on the left side. You can plug in a microphone straight through there. Then you have the USB-C and a regular USB port on this side, which is pretty cool. I feel like that's pretty advanced. USB-C actually being on this camera compared to like a little older models, they don't have that. Then you also have the SSD and the battery on the bottom of the camera. And yeah, I feel like the battery lasts around like a little over an hour, which I feel like is pretty good. So yeah, the battery is a LPE17, I believe, yeah. And this is compatible with like many other cameras that Canon uses. So yeah, definitely want to cop a couple of these, especially when traveling. And yeah, there's also modes for time-lapse and slow motion on this camera, which is pretty cool. You can shoot slow motion at 120 frames, and then whenever you're editing, you can chop it down, speed it up to however you want it. But the fact that you're able to record it straight from 120 frames in slow motion is pretty cool to me. Now, the EOS R50 itself came with the RF 18 to 45 kit lens. And even though it doesn't have the quality of an R5 or R10, I'm still able to get decent shots out of it. And that's what normally fits my standards, mainly because all of the videos I upload to YouTube is shot in 4K 30 FPS. I typically like shooting at night, mainly because I feel like this is where you get to see the camera's true potential. In low lighting, you're able to play around with the noise settings. And for those of you who don't know, noise is the lighting that just doesn't look good in the film at all. So yeah, for that, you can just go to the menu and then go to your ISO settings and adjust that to however you like it. And this is basically just the camera's sensitivity to light. On the R50, this ranges from 400 to 12,800. I know that's for the auto settings. I'm not sure how much for the manual settings. I have to check that. But yeah, that wraps it up for the quality part of the camera. Moving on to the focus modes for the EOS R50. One of the main features it includes is the A+ mode, which is this green little thing right here, this green icon. And this is basically an assistant or auto mode. Now, once starting off with this camera, I found this to be extremely helpful, mainly because you're getting acclimated, you're actually figuring out how the camera works. But once you get more experience with it, hence me for example, you start to fade away from that auto assistant mode, mainly because you're working towards your own craft. That's what I've been trying to do. And you start to play with the manual settings. Certain modes when recording actually allow you to focus in on individual subjects. So yeah, you can just subject to auto, subject to people, subject to animals. It's pretty cool how you can actually focus in on certain things, and it's just preference at the end of the day as well. As for me, I'm still in that beginning phase of recording in manual. There's still a lot of things I need to work on for shooting in manual, so for now I'm gonna just show y'all my manual settings and what I use to record and shoot, so y'all can see what it looks like. And it's crazy because I initially thought, dang, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this and see what works for me, but I feel like if you actually take time out of your day just to see how the camera fits you and put in the amount of hours to see how you like your shots, enhance that, go from there, just keep on improving those little things, you can definitely make this EOS R50 look like an R5 shot. To sum it up, this camera definitely has a lot of features that you wouldn't typically see in a budget pro camera. It's video quality, compactness, and focus modes, and the fact that it's so user-friendly is the reason I bought the camera in the first place. The only downside about the camera is the stabilization when recording, but I feel like this comes with experience as well while holding the camera. I know using a tripod or even a camera neck strap definitely helps out, so I went ahead and made those purchases, and it's definitely increased my video quality and my performance as well, mainly because you're getting that constant feel of the camera. Other than that, I appreciate y'all who stayed to the end, and I really hope y'all learned something new. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on anything you found interesting or have any questions about the camera in general. Until next time, peace.